Okay, so for this time round, the tips for Imaginarium Theatre, first of all we consider the bosses that we're fighting. It's against the Seahorse, against the Emperor, the Crab, and Aeon Black Drake. So okay, against the Seahorse, it literally tells you in the guidelines, but I'll just repeat. Just use CRYO or Pyro against it. Obviously in this case Pyro characters are limited, and the only one that's available is Xiangling. But you guys can just use Ayaka, Risley, what else? Any other CRYO characters? I think that's about it. Okay, yeah, but CRYO characters, you can use your KR, you can use your Rosaria. It does break his shield, you can deal damage to it, and kill it. It's simple enough. On to the next one, the Crab, you'll need Hydro. That's Hydro all the way. CRYO can potentially work, but it'll be harder unless you're going for some freeze comp where like you're using Hydro and CRYO together. But I'll just highly suggest your Hydro. So you can do Yelan double Hydro, Xingqiu double Hydro, Furina, your Nuvi if you have Nuvilet. Nuvilet just destroy this. If you guys watch me on gameplay on, Nuvi just absolutely destroy this. I cleared this in like 26 seconds I think. And yeah, so your Nuvi, you can use your Kokomi, Barbara, any Hydro characters can literally work against this guy. So you just need to break his shield, he starts getting his resistance are all down, you can just destroy him. Whether you use reactions or not, he'll die. Yeah, so on the last one, Aeon Black Drake, the main thing is the cause. So it will fly up, so use a bow character to shoot it down. Mainly Yelan is the perfect choice. You can use the free Diana that they give you. You can use Venti, you can use Faruzan as well. All of these work, just shoot it down. After it's down, just use whatever elemental damage you have, be it Vaporize, or if you're using Nuvilet, Nuvilet can literally just burst it through. You're using Melt, using Freeze. Freeze doesn't, you cannot freeze it, but you can still deal damage to it if you want to try run the freeze comp against this guy with like Shenhe. Furina comps also can work. So as for this, yeah, the supporting cast, the opening characters that you'll be using is this few. I would say just if you are not a Cell main and you're using the Trial Cell, for the first few stages you can use Cell to just help you clear everything. As for characters to the guest stars, let's just cover them. If you're Nahida, please use Nahida. It's quite useful here, especially if you put her with Xiangling. Both of them together create an insane burning comp, which is good for Emily as well as for reverse Vape, reverse Melt teams. So just apply Nahida's E, then Xiangling burn them. Then if you use Risley, you use Nuvi, you can destroy them. But there's something to take note is that they are quite, the burning aura sometimes can apply to you. If you literally see, I struggled with one stage where my Risley just kept getting burned to death by my own burning. So that's something to take note. If you're using Nuvi, I don't think you will encounter that situation. Usual characters, your Venti, your Kazuha are all very good sucrose as well for grouping, because there are always, I think, at least one stage where they're telling you to defend the core or something like that. So grouping is always very useful for that particular stage. So having one grouper up at least, or like two groupers is always good. Jean, mainly I use it here because of Furina. Xingqiu, Yelan, I mentioned it just now. As for DPSs, there isn't much, so a lot of people will probably be struggling. But as I said, if you do not have Nuvilet, just use your friends list and add some people in. Risley is useful here. Emily, if you put for her, she's good. They can work with Nuvilet, she can work with Emily as well for burning. But there's nothing that huge about it, because her pyro application is very strong. Nilo can work, but you need to have both Nilo and Nahida on the same comp, and then the other two characters need to be Hydro. So it's quite expensive. I'll personally not recommend it, but if you're struggling for DPSs, you can consider her, because even without the team comp, using all pure Dendro and pure Hydro team comp, her Bloom still deal damage, so she's still a good DPS so long as you have Nahida. You need Nahida for Nilo. And in the case that you don't have Nahida, Nilo can still be useful against the Crab where you're just melting his shield, because she can apply quite a lot of Hydro, so that's very useful. Charlotte mainly I just use it because I got Furina and I also got Risley, and she's just a healer in general for my team comps, so Kokomi is for the same reason. Shenhe, okay, the thing about Shenhe is that in a game mode like this, in the future maybe when you get more DPSs and more support characters, Shenhe only works with cryo characters. So at the start, if you want your Shenhe with your Ayaka, to give you a perfect example, or you want your Risley and Shenhe together. But the thing is, what happens if you get Risley early on and your Shenhe only comes later on? So that is a potential issue that might arise. But obviously, if you just hang on to your Risley and not use it until Shenhe pops up, that's completely fine. But you have to survive without a Shenhe, or even if you choose Shenhe early on and you don't get your cryo DPSs, like your Risley, then you will also suffer, because Shenhe the attack buff doesn't really get transferred to, not attack buff but like her damage doesn't really apply to other elements, so that's something to take note. Yula can work here. She's like, I would say her damage is probably on the same level as like your Cell from the trial. Mona is always very good, amplifies her damage. Lynette can work here if you're running a inverted control Lynette and trying to do damage with her, she can work. But her running around can help you get to enemies faster, same thing for Rosaria, but I would say Rosaria is probably better in this aspect. She does help to Swirl for Lynette. While Rosaria, Kea, all these are very very good cryo options for free to play in case you guys do not have limited 5-star characters, and for DPSs, these two are your go-to. Hazel can also work very well. He's like a Wanderer. Wanderer, obviously if you have him, use him obviously. He can pair up with almost any element, with Cryo, with Hydro. He just need elements, and that works. Sayu, same thing for as a healer in case you need any of this. You don't have Charlotte, you don't have Kokomi, you can use Sayu to Swirl and heal you. Traveler wise, Hydro Traveler kind of shit. And Normal Traveler is just for grouping in case you guys really do not have Sucrose or Venti or Kazuha. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, this is just mainly my own cast. But yeah, as the usual tips from my previous video is that always just go for companion select first. Get your Hydro characters. They literally, you can see they put the elements up there. You can just choose whichever element you need. So I'll say maybe I need my Shenhe. I'll try for Shenhe. And do I get it? I don't get it. So I get a Risley instead. So I just get the Risley early on. Then you guys can see it obviously ramps up. But this one I can choose anyone from here. So starting off, you can see I got Furina, Shenhe. can add her in. Then my Ayaka team comp is pretty much set. So yep. Then yep, always just check, make sure your star challenge, you're completing it. The bonus challenge in the case that you do not complete it is fine. But if you can get it along the way, why not? That's perfect. So yep, I'll probably be going for this one. Yeah, but I think that's about it for the main stuff. Let me just take a look, performance details wise. Yep, so after you get your, if you think you have sufficient characters ready on your lineup, you can just start going for Wanderer's Boon instead, or Mystery Cache. Yep, and that should be about it for the tips. Hopefully you guys can still clear this. So long as you, obviously it's a huge character check. If you like do not have proper carries, especially like your Ayaka and your Risley, I think a lot of people will probably struggle. But some people can also have Wanderer, Ciel, those can also work, but you might face certain difficulties, as these characters normally rely on reactions or specific supports. So yeah, that's something to take note. Hopefully you guys don't struggle too much. Sorry for blabbing too much, but yeah, hope this helps. See you guys in the next one. Fighting is one fighting here. Then I draw this next. So it's very yeah. Something against this guy I can use Ayaka. Obviously. Go first. characters.